Good evening, everyone. Welcome to an exclusive of Lekki Wives. I'm your host, Esther Alade. Now, for those of you that don't know about Lekki Wives, you're missing out. Lekki Wives has been taking Lagos by storm, Africa by storm, should I say.
The world.
I'm a big fan of Lekki Wives, and now we have a movie. Yes, Lekki Wives, a movie, is coming out, starting in Manchester and then in London. But first of all, for this segment today, I'm going to be speaking with the super duper producer, the lady behind Lekki Wives, the ex-model, the writer, the actress, the mother of three, very, very talented lady, Blessing Egbe. What an introduction.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. That's all me, producer, writer, everything you have said, I take it all in. Thank you very much.
We're happy to have you here.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming straight from the airport.
I know, right?
This is show business for you.
Yeah, I mean, they just grabbed us off of the plane and brought us right here for an interview.
It's like you're doing a live show.
Ooh, not even some sort of rest. But it's fine. We're happy to be here.
And we have lovely Rockwell Akin, the man, the brains behind Cocoa Bar, the brains behind all the concerts that you've been seeing, the amazing shows have been put on, Basket Mouth, all the comedy shows you guys have been going to. That is the man behind it, sitting right there, Rockwell Akin.
Ah, he's blushing.
It's really nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And we're going to speak to Rockwell later on as well. But we have an opportunity, you guys have an opportunity to call in. So we're giving you guys a floor to come in, to call in. The number is 0207-819-6460. So that's 0207-819-6460. So you have an opportunity to ask as many questions as you like. The floor is open for you guys to get involved, to be interactive with us, because the show is live. So, I'm going to take it right back to you.
Ooh. Ooh. Am I ready? Okay.
You are ready.
Yeah.
What sparked for you? Why Lekki Wives? What made you put it on paper?
I've gotten asked that question so many times. Why Lekki Wives? First of all, I'm a housewife. I like to say proudly so. Forget all this. All this is wash. You know, I'm first a housewife. I moved into Lekki 8 years ago. I'm happy.
Let's just let people know. Lekki is like, I don't know, maybe Knightsbridge. Can we compare it to Knightsbridge?
I mean, Lekki is like the highbrow area of Lagos.
It's the place to live. Yeah. It's the place to be. You know,
it's the new place to be. Like, everybody wants to come and live in Lekki. And I was fortunate to live in Lekki, in the highbrow areas in Lekki, because, I mean, there's Lekki and then there's Lekki.
There's Lekki Phase 1.
Exactly.
Lekki Phase 2.
So there's still the inner corners of Lekki that are not so palatable. So I stay at home. I gossip with friends. I hear stories. I read papers. I have my ears to the ground. Things happen. We see things. We hear things. And I was full of what shall I say, information.
Okay, information.
And I needed to just put that out. I remember talking to a friend and I said, man, the things that happen in this place, the things that happen in this place, and there's a line in that. We used that line for season 2. Somebody said the things that happen in this place can make a 13 part series. And I said, no, we can even make it 150, because there's a lot of stories. Women will do anything to belong to a class. Women will do anything to look a certain way. Women will do anything to have more money, to drive the biggest cars, it's all wash.
So basically...
and I just needed to tell that story.
Yeah.
I remember going to a little friend of mine, her house, and she said to me, oh, even if I don't have anything, I just want to live here.
Wow.
You know, there are big guys here. They would help me. They would do, and I'm wondering, oh my God, like, this is all you want to achieve, just to come and live in Lekki? The people who live in Lekki are not all that anyway. People are struggling. You see a fancy house outside, tall trees and beautiful pathways. You get in there and there's something wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes the sitting room is fantastic and you move into the kitchen and it's crap. So it's all...
For sure.
Exactly. So people need to know that not all that glitters is gold. So, you know, pipe low and stay in your mainland and have fun. It's not all about coming to live in Lekki, and I just had to tell that story.
Let's give, for those that are not aware of Lekki Wives, let's break it down because it's about 5 women.
It's about 5 women living in the Axis. We follow their lives, true life stories they are, but these women are acting as though they were the real life characters, but they're only role playing.
Yeah.
So we're telling the stories from the actor's point of view, which is why it looks like a reality show.
Yeah, so it's fictional.
Yeah, it's fictional completely. Well, it's not fictional. It's real life stories reenacted, I'd say.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's basically what it is. Just following their lives and just telling.
So Rocco, you've seen the series.
Yes.
What is your point of view? What's your opinion about the series?
Well, just before we get to what the story it's telling, when you watch the series, you start it and it starts a bit slow at first, but then as you get into episode 2, episode 3, and the way it's set up, you want to watch the next one, and because we're watching it on demand, you literally can watch all 26 within 2 days or a day, because you're just keeping on watching it. So it's very fast paced all through. It tells. I think it depicts what's happening in real life. Yeah, stories that happen in real life, but then stories that people don't want to tell, or people don't want to talk about, but it's happening, and it reflects the society right now. Everybody.
Society in terms of Nigeria.
Nigerian society right now, even Nigerians here. It reflects what is happening within Nigeria of a certain age bracket. Because if you believe it or not, most of the guys are 35, 40, 45, 50, if you like, and what's happening in that bracket is reflected very well. And it's for me, well, the case of, because it kind of I understood exactly.
You relate to it?
Because I could relate to it. I mean, not because I'm not sure. I could relate to. Well, yes. Well, because I could relate to it. You know, I understood what was going on, and it kind of, you always wanted to know what's going to happen, and the way it ended. And that's the part I like. The parts, I mean, I'm not going to tell the stories, but some parts that happened in the last... Are you
talking about the movie?
The movie itself. Some parts that happened in it that was very real life, you know. Like, I think someone was killed at one point, and the way the person was killed... No, someone. I didn't say who it was. The way the person was killed made me appreciate it more. Because you didn't have to wait to say, I'm going to kill you now. That's it.
Because I think one of my questions is, okay, we have a series. How's it going to work as a movie? How did you actually put that into a movie?
Okay, in terms of I watched it. I mean, I'll tell you how it all happened. Obviously, I'm married, and not to a Lekki wife. But I'm married, but then I watched the series, and I didn't even watch the last 3 episodes. And I spoke to our colleagues here and said, look, I think this is so fast paced. I think it'll work as a movie. And we're like, are you sure? I said, yeah, it'll work as a movie. I could just see it. It might be a long movie, but because it's very engaging and it's for women, you will. It's like a comedy show. Comedy show always gets filled up because women want to go. You find out that 90% women and then 10% men, and all the men were pulled there. Even like it or not, they'll enjoy it. But they weren't planning to go. So I looked at it and I said, it reminds me of Desperate Housewives as well.
A lot of people are saying that. They keep comparing. I've been reading reviews on it, and people are saying it's like Desperate Housewives. But it's a bit more grit. It's a bit more gripping, isn't it?
It's totally Nigerian. Like everything is Nigerian. The nuances, the story, everything is Nigerian. So
put it like this: if you're a woman, and you're from Nigeria, when you start watching that series, like watching the movie, you can relate.
You would watch it to the end.
Okay.
I mean,
but it's true to life, isn't it?
The story put together.
It's authentic.
Was done by. It was you wrote the story.
I wrote the story.
So
it was done by who?
You did it very well.
Oh, thank you.
You did it very well. For me to watch, I don't watch a lot of TV. For me to watch it online. All 26 episodes within 3 days.
My hand is about to break.
So basically, you have done a brilliant job. Because I'm gripped. I loved it before I even knew it was showing on. So fantastic. But guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to have the cast of Lekki Wives coming here. You can have the opportunity to ask as many questions as you can. Please remember that you can call in 0207 819 6460. See you right after this.
I believe
it or not, it was 13 hours. It was cut down into 2 hours. 26 episodes cut down into 2 hours. So it's a lot. You've missed out. If you watch the whole thing, you've missed out a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of that's happened. What do you think generally?
Basically, I thought it shed a lot of light on the culture and how hard the society is in Nigeria and what it pushes people to actually do just for money. And it put a bit of comedy into it as well. So yeah, it was a good movie. I think people should see it.
I think the movie is quite funny, very different from what I'm used to, but as everyone said, it's quite engaging.
It was 13 series shrunk into one. I mean, it's like nothing was missed, so I think it's a good thing for ladies to watch, definitely.
It was a complete comedy to me. I really did enjoy it. I love the juice so much. She was so real. She was proper Niger Igbo girl. I love her.
Well, the movie was really great. I think it was beautiful.
Amazing. I completely loved it, especially Victor. He's amazing, so watch out for him in the movie. He was definitely the most dramatic person.
That's my girl! Ha! Ow, Victor! Yeah, baby!
I think, it's something different. It's not a typical Nollywood film, well edited. So you just have to see it.
I mean, it's very engaging. It's reality, so to a certain degree. I know it's a bit elaborated reality in itself, but it's engaging and just to see how that plays on. Definitely, a lot of women are going to be very, there's going to be a lot of talking points. Speaking about their husbands, talking to their husbands in regards to certain questions, but from an entertaining perspective, it is one that would keep you engaged. I was engaged. I was pretty much wanted to see how it would pan out, how each person's story kind of ended up.
I would definitely recommend it because I'd seen clips of it before, and for the first time I sat with people who watched it through, and at the end I was pretty surprised at the reaction from the people. I had people clapping. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Lekki Wives, I saw the 13-part series and I was really interested to see how the 2.5-hour edited version will pan out, and I'm quite excited because I still got all the heavy punchlines. It was gripping and engaging all through, and I think you should come out and see it. Trust me, because if you don't, you'd have missed something very, very interesting.
Ow, Victor! Yeah, baby!
For the first time ever, the massive hit Lekki Wives comes to the UK. With tales of infidelity, backstabbing and money grabbing, Lekki Wives has become one of the most talked about shows in Africa. CocoBar.com presents Lekki Wives, the movie, UK premiere, in partnership with Unity App and Nollywood Movies Sky 329.
Hey, who is this boy cousin of yours that has been frequenting this place?
Come watch the movie and mingle with the stars of the show on the red carpet. Alameda Bado, now performing at Lekki Wives UK premiere. Lekki Wives plus Alameda equals the baddest night ever. Doors open 6 p.m. For info and tickets, cocobar.com or call 0208 953 1219. Come and see what really goes on in the high brows of Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria.